Happy 4th of July, everybody. It's Larry here from the Farmstead Way, enjoying a Jackdaw, Connecticut by Blackbird Cigar Company. Nice little Connecticut here on a very overcasty day on the 4th of July. You can hear fireworks going off in the back. And if you hear a little bit of pecking around, it's because our chicken, which we've named Mr. Chicken, is following me around everywhere today. So I wanted to do a video talking about the 4th of July and what the 4th of July is about and what it could be for you. So here in America, the 4th of July is the day that we signed the Declaration of Independence and sent it over to England, telling England that we done, no more, goodbye. We want to do our own thing. We do not want to be subjects to the Crown of England anymore because you all suck. There's more to it than that. But there's something cool about the Declaration of Independence, is that we can pull a lot of things out of it that apply to even our lives. A lot of us in daily lives have negative things that we need to declare independence from, that we need to get away from to create the best versions of ourselves. Whether it's people, addictions, circumstances, we just need to declare independence from them to create the best us possible. I'm going to read a selection from the American Patriots Handbook, which is a book that's got a bunch of American documents, things in it like the Mayflower Compact, the Emancipation Proclamation, a bunch of stuff like that. But here is the very first part of the Declaration of Independence. When, in the course of human events, it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to laws which of nature and of nature's God entitled them, a decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare that causes which impel them to the separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The only way that here in America we felt that we could do that is if we separated ourselves from an oppressive body that was holding us back from being the nation that we wanted to be. And the only way that we could achieve our goals was declaring independence. Now, in my life, I've had to declare independence from so many different things, whether it be pornography addiction, whether it be toxic friends, whether it be sometimes toxic family, not so much, but toxic jobs. And for you to have the best life, you gotta declare independence from them. And there's so many times where we think that separation is going to be a lot harder than it's gonna be, that the pains of going through that separation are not gonna be worth the ends. And trust me, the founding fathers knew when they signed this thing, there was gonna be a lot of pains that were gonna go along with it. A lot of heartache and a lot of bloodshed. But they were willing to fight for their independence because they knew that on the other side of that pain, of that change, there was a potential for a great nation that we live in now. You have to be willing to fight for your independence. And once you gain independence, you have to be willing to do what it takes to keep that independence. Which brings me to my next point, is after the founding fathers won the Revolutionary War, they wrote a constitution for the United States. You know, the preamble, we the people, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice and domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and then secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this constitution for the United States of America. If you want to know how I memorized that, type in the preamble Schoolhouse Rock. Yeah, and you'll learn a little song that'll get that stuck in your head. And that's something that a lot of people don't have, is a constitution that determines whether or not they will cross certain lines in life or not, or who they are or what kind of person they're going to be. Because say you get yourself into a crazy situation and you realize that the situation is not good for you and that you need to separate from it. Bam, you've declared independence. Now you're floating out in the world. What kind of person are you going to be? Where are you going to stand on certain issues? Where are you going to stand in certain situations? Are there things in your life that you just declared independence from that you will not cross because it goes against your moral constitution? And instead of flying by the seat of your pants in certain situations, if you have a preset constitution of who you are that is unshakable, that will not be moved by the people around you, Mr. Chicken, it will save you in a lot of situations, because you already know going into it, nah, I'm not gonna do this. No, I'm not gonna take that random girl home. No, I'm not gonna go to this party. No, I'm not gonna be around this person. I'm not gonna be around that person. I'm not gonna do this, because you have already pre-established your constitution. You know who you are. And that's a really big flaw in this day and age, is people are so easily pushed into this camp or to this camp, or they're so easily pushed into this ideology or that ideology. It's because we don't know who we are as a people. It's because we put our identity in the people around us, and we put our identity in the things that are very emotionally charged, that do not have a lot of rationality behind them. I'm a Christian. I use the Bible as my constitution on lines that I will not cross. I also use my personal experiences and my own personal convictions as lines in the sand for what I will not cross. You know, even a profession of faith in the Christian world is a declaration of independence from the world to better yourself, so you can have in and of yourself and in and of your life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And you cannot pursue happiness if you are constantly chasing after, well, sorrow, which most dopamine-filled addictions lead to nothing but sorrow, because your excitement goes up like an angel and down like a wounded ox as soon as the dopamine, excitement, and all that stuff is gone. So on this July 4th, I'm going to think about the sacrifices that the men before me have made, so we can have that life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. So I can live the best life for myself and for my family. I'm going to think about the things that I've declared independence from, and I'm going to think about my own moral constitution, and I'm going to be more steadfast in who I am as a person. And I'm going to get ready to go work on my father-in-law's van. I'm going to finish a cigar. I'm going to watch Mr. Chicken root around for whatever the heck he's rooting around for. And I hope you all have a blessed 4th of July. And if you don't live in America, allow this 4th of July to be your Independence Day from whatever stupid garbage you keep getting yourself stuck in. Take it easy, everybody.